Your textbook takes a fairly typical, conventional approach to explaining how to solve a problem like this. What number is a number we don't know? So we'll call that x. Is another way of saying equals. 23% can be written as a decimal, 0.23. Of means times, and 17, of course, is just a number. I've gone from an English sentence into a mathematical equation. My variable is on the left-hand side by itself already, so all I need to do is the arithmetic on the right-hand side. 23% of 17 is 0.23 times 17. I can do that here, and the answer is that x equals 2.91. Of course, I can also do this on my calculator. I'd like to show you another way to do a problem like this. Let's save our answer down here, erase the work that we've done so far, and start over. Here's the trick I promised you. Draw a triangle like this. Look for the word of in the sentence. Take a note of the numbers that are either side of the word of, and put them in the boxes either side of this vertical bar. This will be multiplication. I still need to think of my 23% as a decimal, but I can put it here on the left-hand side of the triangle, on the left-hand side of the vertical line. The 17, because it's on the other side of the word of, goes here, on the right-hand side of the vertical line. The only piece that's left now is the what number. So x goes here. Now, the two numbers that you see next to each other, multiply them. 23 times 17, well, when we did that before, we got 2.91. Same answer as we did when we did it the other way. The nice thing about this technique is that it doesn't matter what's in these different positions. If I have a number here, a different number here, and I don't know my percent, say, I'm still going to look for the word of, put these two things either side of the word of on either side of this vertical line. So what goes to the left of the vertical line is the what, the unknown, the x. What goes to the right of the vertical line is the number 86. What goes above the vertical line is the only thing left, the 38. Now I can't multiply x by 86 because I don't know what x is. But if I can think of this as times, I can think of this horizontal line as division. In fact, this could be written as a fraction. X equals the fraction 38 over 86. And that means 38 divided by 86. When you do that on a calculator, you get 0.44186. I'll round it to 4 places. As a reduced fraction, this is 19 over 43. Generally speaking, when we're working with percentages of numbers, we tend to work in decimals. So unless you're specifically asked for a fraction answer, you can leave your answer as a decimal if the problem you're doing is a percentage problem. Okay, we've done one where the first value was missing and the percentage and the last number were given. In this case, it's the percentage that's missing. The first value and the last number are given. Let's do one where we have the first value and the percentage, but the last number is missing. As before, I'm going to put the two numbers that are on either side of the word of on either side of the vertical line here. I have to convert the 13% to a decimal, but then it goes here because it's on the left-hand side of the word of. The what number is clearly the unknown, so that's going to be my x this time. The only thing that's left is the 8, and it goes here. So now I can write x equals 8 over 0.13. I'll do this on the calculator, and I get 61.53846. I'll round to 4 places. There's my answer. 8 is 13% of the number 61.5385. Better still, the order of the sentence can be different. In other words, here I had a number as a percentage of another number. What if I change that around completely? Here's a question where the order of the words has been changed. I could take the textbook's approach and think, what percentage? Clearly the unknown, because the question word what is present. Of means times. 24. Is means equals. And 6. I could rewrite this equation. 24x equals 6. And it would look a lot more familiar. To solve this equation, I would multiply both sides by 1 over 24. 1/24 of 24 is 1. 1/24 of 6, it's a little hard to say, but I can write 6 as 6 over 1, and then I get 6 times 1 over 1 times 24, and I can reduce this fraction. 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 24 4 times, so my answer is x equals 1/4. Let's try it with our triangle. I'll move this answer over here so we have it to refer to. We'll look for the word of and take the things either side of that word. On the left-hand side, we have what percentage? What percentage with the question word what there, that clearly indicates that this is the unknown piece. On the other side of the word of is the number 24. So that goes there. The only thing left is the 6. So that goes here. With a number over a number, this is division. 6 divided by 24. So I can write x equals 6 divided by 24, or 6 over 24. This is like a fraction bar. 6 over 24 reduces to 1/4. Same answer as I got the last time. The thing is, in both cases here, I got the number x equals 1/4. But if I'm careful, rereading the question, I notice that I'm asked for what percentage. I found a fraction. So if I think of this sentence as having been rewritten, x times 24 equals 6, and x has to be a percentage, what I've currently got is 1/4 of 24 is 6. How can I write 1/4 as a percentage? 1 divided by 4 on my calculator is 0.25. That's the decimal form. The percentage form is 25%. My answer is actually 25%. 25% of 24 is 6. Here's another one. Translating this into a mathematical equation gives me 45 means equals. 75% is 0.75 when it's written as a decimal. Of means times. And what number? That's clearly our unknown, so let's call it x. Now once again, I have 0.75 times x, or 0.75x, and that's equal to 45. This makes this look a lot more familiar, and I can think of dividing both sides by 0.75. So I'll get x equals 60. This is just calculator work. X equals 60 answers this question, what number? In this case, it's much more straightforward. 45 is 75% of what number? That number is 60. Find the word of and put this number on one side of it. Since that's our percentage, I need to write it as a decimal. And this number on the other side. This is our unknown, our what number. So we'll call that x. The only piece left is the 45. So that goes here. I have the 45 over the other known number, 0.75. So I can write x equals 45 over 0.75. And on my calculator, that's 60. 45 is 75% of what number? That number is 60. Try some of these for yourself. I don't mind which of the two techniques you use. Or in fact, if you have a third technique that works for you and you like it, then by all means, feel free to stick with that. I made this video primarily to show you a technique that I know works for a lot of people who struggle with the conventional approach.